Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by Fredrick Brown. Now, sir, you are taking on Bobby Brents for the heavyweight title online. It's Shamrock FC. We love when a heavyweight fight goes down. Yourself, you're a very good prospect in the heavyweight division. And do you feel that getting this title with Titan FC, Shamrock FC, will this kind of, I believe, from what I know, is it links you into a Bellator contract, if I'm right.
Yeah, that's right.
So, but the thing is, you're not obviously new to Bellator anyway, because you've competed on there before. So, do you feel that obviously getting the win with the Shamrock, just getting the title, going back to Bellator, it doesn't really shock you, really? I suppose going back to Bellator, was there a reason why you're not there now?
I mean, no, I mean, it's just, I don't know, I haven't had the proper fights, I guess. You know, the most notable fights, like, you know, and fighting through Shamrock would probably, you know, be my opening.
And with Bobby Brents, the guy you're fighting, he is a far more experienced opponent. Do you feel that, you know, he hasn't been as active? Do you feel that you probably have the upper hand with your experience with Bellator, maybe? Do you think that's something that will play a part in this fight?
No, I don't believe there'll be a part in the fight, man, because, I mean, again, he has more experience than me. He's been around for a while. I mean, because I fought on a different card, you know, make him less experienced than I am. I'm like super stoked right now. You understand, like, they're fighting.
Because it's a good fight for Shamrock FC to have, you know, and it's...
Yes.
Yeah, it is a really good matchup. And Jesse, you know, Shamrock FC are really starting to, you know, they're starting to build up that momentum with establishing really great cards for people to watch and tune into. Have you found your relationship with Jesse, you know, working with the Shamrock side of things?
I'm like really happy. I like working with him. It's been cool so far.
Now, I've got to ask, what about, do you watch your opponent then, Bobby Brents, the guy you're fighting? Do you watch his footage then? You know, is it? Do you kind of leave it to your coaches? What's your kind of method with getting ready for a fight then?
Just basically, do what I do. Basically, it's just go in there and fight our fight. We really don't have nothing set up for a person per se. It's just whatever comes across the table is exactly what we deal with it.
Right. Well, big question me and Mike speak about this often, isn't it? And a big factor with heavyweights is, you know, they've got to be careful with the cardio side of things because, you know, you're not small guys. It's not like you're 125 pounds. So, you know, when you expend your energy, when you throw a punch, yeah, there's a lot of power in your punches, but you're expending quite a lot of energy, my man. Do you focus a lot on your conditioning to make sure that you've got that, you know, that you can get that third round in you and keep on the pressure on if it came to that situation?
Yes. Yeah, you have to focus on it, especially with the heavyweight division.
And do you do anything specific? Do you do anything specific for that, man? Do you maybe go and do anything particular to kind of get that condition up to that level? Because obviously you can do fight training, but is there anything else you do for it?
Not really. I just train like I normally train, but I'm gung ho. I'm trying to get in there, get it over with. Really, I don't really sit up for the third round or anything because there's no plans to be there.
That's it. I like that mindset. I like that mindset, man.
You're throwing it all on red.
Yeah. And you don't get paid overtime, like they say. You know, you don't get paid per round.
Yeah, if it goes that way and we hit third round, then I'm gonna have to schedule it in my next training session.
That's a nice way to do, man. Okay, then. So what have you been doing? Obviously, it's early in your MMA career. If you look at it from that perspective, what do you feel? You know, with the experience that you've gotten, the fights that you've had so far, what have you taken from them to maybe work on? Is there anything that you felt that you've worked on and grown since maybe a couple of fights that you've had that you thought maybe I wasn't that strong on? Is there anything you could elaborate on that you don't mind letting, say, for example, if Bobby was to listen to it, no, You say, yeah, I was weak on my takedown defense. I've nailed it now. Is there anything like that?
Well, I mean, if you look at the times, besides my one loss I was called day of, and I, had no sleep, no nothing. I was actually called that day. That's the only reason I can't, put anything towards that fight. But all my other fights, man, I haven't had enough time in the ring or cage to actually gauge and look at my fights and sit there and say what I did and did wrong or did right. Because, I mean, they just was over so quick.
So you maybe need a third round then? That's probably what he needs, 3 rounds.
He needs nicer corner staff. That's what it is.
So then obviously you're just picking everything up from training, I suppose, and that's the only way you can do it. Being a heavyweight then, is it hard to find decent sparring partners? We've spoke to previous heavyweights, and is it difficult to find heavyweights around then to kind of maybe grapple with and spar with? Is it hard?
That is extremely hard around here in Mid-America. I mean, down here in Kansas, they're really either you are completely inexperienced or you just one of them big guys that walk around and don't want to have anything to do with it. And most guys who run around, I mean, it's hard to find heavyweights that are even, it's hard.
I was thinking, do you then have to maybe outsource yourself in a way that, for example, because it's difficult to find someone. I know that Junior Dos Santos is at ATT at the moment training, for example. Would you think to yourself, right, maybe I need to go and find a heavyweight? Maybe I'm just spitting JDS out because I can just think of him off the top of my head. Do you think to yourself, right, I need to go there to maybe get some sparring with a heavyweight so that you can an experienced heavyweight fight, let's say? Have you thought about doing something like that?
I've considered it, but I mean, I'm still a working man out here. So I mean, I got a family and a business to take care of. So I mean, I can't up on a whim just leave. I got to work with what I have around me. And once I breach that contract era where it becomes more of a job and it starts taking over my business, then I can focus more on leaving. But right now, man, I'm almost 40 years old and I got kids and a wife to take care of.
I know, family first. You're spot on there, sir. I commend you for that. Now, do you find then, obviously, because you'll be rolling with lighter guys and sparring with lighter guys, do you think that will actually help with your reaction time? Because they're going to be their speed. Yeah. Their speed is a big factor, I'd imagine. Then, do you feel that that's maybe one advantage that you've been given? The fact that if you do spar with a guy that's lighter and roll them, you'll have that advantage with that speed aspect. Seeing things a lot quicker. Because if you fight a heavyweight, they are going to be a bit slower.
I mean, I've noticed, Bobby ain't he's not a slow heavyweight. I have to give him credit on that. He is quite fast for his size. So this actually works in my favor to help me out with somebody as fast as him, working with the smaller guys. And I appreciate that, because I'm a smaller heavyweight too. I'm not 230, and so I'm still on the small end myself. So I have to use speed as my advantage.
So do you find? So have you not thought about? Well, could you cut to 205 then, or is that something that's maybe crossed your mind at all, or do you just feel happy at the weight you're at?
Well, I've tried, and I'm genetically stuck. Pretty much. I mean, I know people say you're not, but I'm really genetically stuck at 230. I am genetically. I mean, like, this is me 24/7. I can't. I'm cut before. I made it to 218. Couldn't go any further, and I mean, I got to work with the hand that's given to me. Yeah. And that's the hand that's dealt to me, and I got to work with it. And if I got to fight the big boys, I got to fight the big boys.
Well, 230. There's a lot of guys that have fought around that weight.
Well, they actually seem to say that seems to be like around about 240. I think is the they say the optimum heavyweight.
Yeah. So
maybe you need to get 5 pounds heavier.
You need to eat some more Christmas pies.
Put some tomato sauce on your dinner.
Yeah, it's come to Christmas soon. Get some more
some cream on those pies.
If you don't mind pushing it back a few more weeks, I can probably grab the Christmas dinner and do
that. Yeah. I'll have second servings.
Is there any Thanksgiving left over?
Yeah. That's the thing. That the heavyweight division, not just just on a whole global level, it is one of those intriguing things when you kind of look at fighters and the weight. It's such a vast difference in weight, you know, because you could literally be 210 pounds and be a heavyweight, which, you know, you have a really bad.
You could be 207.
It'd be a really bad day in the office.
Yeah.
So yeah, being 230 then, like you say, speed is your advantage, and I suppose do you work a lot of explosive exercise techniques then to kind of emphasize that then in your fighting style?
I mean, if you call throwing my fists explosive, those are explosive techniques I'm gonna have, or what I usually work.
Hey man, we're looking forward to seeing the explosive movements that you've got on the Shamrock card. I won't lie, you know, it's going to be awesome to see it.
Gunslinging.
Yeah, you know, hey, if there's heavyweights are fighting, it's not usually going to be a free round. It's not very often. So I am usually one to watch the heavyweight bouts.
You need to go to the toilet beforehand so you don't miss anything.
I'm not going to. Yeah, exactly. It's not. So I look forward to watching the fights, man. So you must obviously be amped up for it, and it's, you know, I'm sure you're excited. I'm sure your family's excited too. And for people who want to fight it, they can watch it. Sorry, they can jump on the Shamrock website if they're not able to get tickets to the event. They can always watch it anywhere online, which is always a good thing to have. For yourself, if I wanted to maybe jump online and give you a follow, see how your MMA career is going, and support it, how can I or everyone else do that, man?
You can catch me on Kira Black on Facebook, or under Induction Racing is my business through Facebook or online, or, you know, get on my gym's page, La Silva MMA out of Derby, Kansas.
There you go.
I mean, catch the fight Saturday. I'm selling out. I'm going for it. I'm not holding anything back. It's going to be exciting. So, all I can tell you is stay at your seat. Don't drink your beer. Don't grab popcorn. Keep your eye on the ring. I'm going in. I'm going for it out the gate. So if Bobby's listening, let him know. I'm not one of them dudes who's going to hold back and wait on him to come to me. I'm going to get him. I don't care what's coming. I don't care what's going. Live by the sword, you die by the sword, and that's my rule of thumb.
I tell you what, I wish I was bloody going to the fight now. I wish I was cage side. Now, you know, man, that sounds like a hell of a statement to make, and I think people who are going to the event are going to be excited to hear about that, to be excited to watch it, sorry. Then, what about your sponsors, man? Who's been supporting you in the fight camp and stuff, and, you know, helping you out?
La Silva MMA, Derby, Kansas, once again. Induction Racing. LCB Management out of Hutchinson, Kansas. And that's about it for sponsors so far.
No, that's good. It's good you got people there helping you out. Any sponsor's a good sponsor, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if it's 1 or 100 sponsors. It's great that fighters get that support anyway. And last but not least, man, you want to give a thanks to your coaches. You say you've got your other half and your family. Give thanks to your family and people like that.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife Shannon for being her best supporter. My brother-in-law Cecil Lloyd, and I'd like to send a shout out to all of my fans out there, especially the ones that are banking on me losing. I'd like to send a shout out to them too. I love you guys too. You make it all possible because you motivate me. And I mean, I thank Shamrock for giving me this opportunity.
Like I said before, Shamrock FC, ladies and gentlemen, tune in either online or get tickets to the event if you can. You know, you've got heavyweight bout. It's going to be fantastic. You got Mr. Fredrick Brown with us now, taking on the Bobby Brents. That strap is going on someone's waist or on their arm, whatever. They're going to be pleased as punch when they win. Fredrick, have a great fight, have a great weekend, have a great event. You know, just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, have fun. Thank you very much for speaking with us today, and just enjoy yourself.
All right, thank you, man. You guys are awesome. And Wichita, Kansas. Make sure you root that. Don't say Kansas City. I know people forget about Wichita, but it's Wichita, Kansas.
There you go, Wichita, Kansas. There you go. Even out there, I'll say it out.
small town in middle Kansas. We here.